Irrigation systems and techniques are the central issue to address when looking at water efficiency in the vineyard. In many cases, dramatically reducing water requirements involves infrastructure upgrades. This does require added investment, but reaps many benefits. There are also numerous ways to improve water management which can be independent of infrastructure upgrades. At Chalmers Vineyards, all older plantings have been converted from overheads to drippers, and all recent plantings have been installed with drippers, so that not a drop more water than required is used, while maintaining desired yield and quality. Working closely with your irrigation system design team is critical to ensure you get the best tailored solution for your specific needs. Any new or upgraded systems should be designed to achieve maximum efficiency and to complete water applications at the most appropriate times. This will both reduce evaporation and utilise off-peak power rates.
One of the major factors with our low water use, we believe, is our ability to water all at night. We've designed the system to irrigate only at night or the low periods of low evaporation. I believe we're saving about 20% of our water by that method.
It is important to recognise that in vineyards with existing overheads, generous pumping capacity is already built in. When a vineyard is converted from overheads to drip irrigation, the bulk of the infrastructure is kept. This means that the extra capacity originally installed for overheads can be utilised to irrigate larger shifts of drippers in a shorter period of time. For example, 3 shifts of overheads can usually be turned into 1 shift of drippers. This means less labour for changing irrigation shifts and the ability to complete the irrigation during lower evaporation periods. To achieve maximum efficiency, the absolute best system to employ is drip irrigation. The dripper line is laid directly on the ground along the vine row, which is a more cost-effective installation method than underground or wire-strung dripper lines. It is fitted with pressure compensating emitters to make sure that the same volume of water is coming out of every single application point, regardless of the pressure in the dripper tube. These emitters are also anti-siphon. They don't suck in air or dirt as the dripper line drains, so no blockages will occur even if the line is covered by mulch, manure, or mounded topsoil. Another advantage of having the line above ground is that if there is a problem, it is simple to detect and fix. There are a number of other methods used at Chalmers to carefully watch consumption and make maintaining the irrigation system simple and efficient, such as magnetic flow meters on all mains. Capacity for recycling of backwash. System design for maintenance simplicity. And flexible, user-friendly irrigation controllers. Regular and accurate monitoring of your irrigation water usage and vineyard conditions are critical to ensure you are giving the vines not a drop too much or too little water. There are many methods which can be used, from high-tech to very basic.
We monitor our water use by a combination of a number of methods. Capacitance probes, or commonly known as C probes, to measure soil moisture in all different soil types. They report by telemetry to a central station every 15 minutes. That 15 minutes is an average of 3 5-minute readings. Flow meters, which are mag flow meters, can be visually or remotely monitored to watch for unexpected flow variations. A weather station which records temperature, evapotranspiration and wind speeds and wind direction. Any grower can just as easily access this information without having their own weather station. They can get that information from the Bureau of Meteorology or via the website. Actually getting out in the vineyard with a shovel and a dig stick and having a good look at the soil moisture profile on a very regular basis. Listen to the vines and look at the vines. Get out in the vineyard and closely watch the shoot and tip growth, tendril growth and other signs such as colour and hydration of the leaves.
Chalmers application rates have now been standardised for new plantings at 0.89mm per hour, delivered by 1.6 litre per hour dripper line at 600mm emitter spacing. Established, retrofitted vineyards in the range of 3 to 15 years old are receiving 1.1 to 1.3 millimetres per hour. The regime at Chalmers usually sees 10 to 12 mil irrigation applied in midwinter if the soil profile is dry. The regular irrigations then start in early spring, building from a small amount, say 2 by 2 hour irrigations per week, and gradually increasing as required until the period of maximum use. For example, from November to harvest, when irrigation occurs on a daily basis, up to 4 hours per day, dependent on temperatures. Irrigation is reduced gradually post-harvest.
It's important to consider in our low water use that one of the main reasons for this is that we're actually not trying to irrigate the inter-row area. These rows are 2.5 metres, most of our rows are 3, but these ones particularly are 2.5. But we're actually only watering an area of about 1 metre wide and about 6 to 7, maybe 800 millimetres deep. So basically, if you consider it as hydroponically grown, almost like growing a grapevine in a pot, all our roots are concentrated in that zone, all our nutrition goes into that zone, and that's where we originally ameliorated to 800 millimetres deep.
The root zone only covers about 1/3 of the vineyard floor, so when applying irrigation per hectare, what the plant actually receives is about 3 times that rate, concentrated directly in the root zone. While the other 2/3 of the vineyard floor, the intervine area, remains dry. This is one of the critical factors to understanding the dramatic water use reductions being achieved at Chalmers Vineyard. Maintenance is extremely important and must be carried out regularly. Apart from getting you out amongst the vineyard to see what's going on, maintenance is critical to ensure correct operation of the system and optimum distribution uniformity.
As with any well-designed setup, the design parameters should be for about a 95% distribution uniformity over the whole vineyard. We believe we're getting better than that. Most importantly, on the whole 650 hectares, we have a less than 1% variation in the flow. This is absolutely critical, having these very good figures for efficient water use.